Hi everybody and welcome to another Whiskey Mystery on a Sunday. I'm Phil. And
Get forward, I'm sorry. Practice.
yeah, can anyone remember our little taste from last week? Because it was a little bit smoky, maybe? So what are we doing? We are going to be blind tasting. We are working our way through 300 bottles. We are up to number 236, picked by Gigi. Gigi, well done, keeping Deepa happy here. You can see we have about 70 left and the holes are starting to appear. So we are going to, let's see, for the next 12 minutes, we are going to nose it, taste it, try and tell you what we think about it, and will it make it on the shelf? Who knows? Because it's got to be in the top 20% of all the whiskies we have tried to make it on the shelf. And look what's last. Bunnahabhain 18-year gold trim box. And that is a very good whiskey, as I'm sure most of you will agree. Who's in, by the way? Actually, let's get the timer going. Oh no, Google has broken the clock. Every so often, Google's little stopwatch changes on the webpage. So, go! I've actually got my watch on today. Well, we'll leave it there for decorative purposes. Because I have measured before we started. Let me say hello to a few people before we go in. Who's in? Gerben, are you on holiday, Gerben? Scotch Whisky Club, Whisky Lover Society, Donna Pass, hey Tim, Okawami, Aaron, Antal. Oh, Whiskey 101. Whiskey 101. We need to talk because you won a prize. Send me email, whiskey, no E, at captain3d.com or click on the link for the sharing samples in the description and you'll find my email at the top. Because we either owe you some PayPal whiskey or some whiskey samples, depending where you are. Michael Wood, are you at the back of the class, Michael? Yes. Still at the back. Oh, Loch Lomond 12. Okay, here we go. Well, we actually tasted on Friday, not yesterday. So I had to pour a little bit more whiskey in the glass this morning just to try and get the same effect. By the way, next Sunday we won't be here because it's Marathon Sunday, Napa Marathon next weekend. So I'm in the... This would be a very small tasting for me. So we will be in Napa, obviously, next Sunday. What are you getting?
Beat.
And actually, it's not just peat, though, is it? There's a very, well, toasted Weetabix. There's a very Weetabix peat about it.
It's roasted. It's almost coffee, but not really coffee. It's more caffeinated.
A little bit coffee. A little bit plasticine.
With the apple.
A little bit apple. No sherry, I don't think. Should we pour? Let's pour. And then we can carry on talking. How's the bubble factor? Oh, hang on. Those are some gigantic, spicy looking bubbles, aren't they? Okay, now we're in for it. We've had a bit of a run of 40%ers. Okay, let's go at 50. 50%? No. Come on, it's got to be higher. 56. No. What have I got? We're going to have to go into bourbon territory. 61? Hang on. What's the highest I've got? The highest I've got is a 66. What is it? Oh, it's actually Stag Junior. 66? Higher. This, now, we've been wrong before. This is either very...
So it could be this one.
This is very high 50s, or we could be in the 60s. I'm not going to be drinking that neat. Not on first sip. How's the viscometer doing? Okay, almost there.
Molasses.
Oh, that's quite rich, isn't it? Quite rich in here, but...
Sugar.
All right, that's actually kind of slow, considering this is potentially very high ABV. Normally when you get high ABV, the viscosity is thinner, more alcohol, and peak viscosity is actually a bit lower. But what did it work out at? 108%, meaning it's just slightly at the high end of average. And but at 60-ish% potentially. Wow. We'll do Whiskey 101. Okay, great.
Is Guinness beer.
Yes, something like Guinness beer in there, isn't there? There's
Rosebank with the apple.
yeah, Guinness beer, apple, roasted hops. I don't know if it's hops, but that roastiness. How do you make Guinness? Is it roasted hops? Don't even know. But that roasted darkness. Now it's probably coming from the peat. Oh, hang on, I got a little bit of bacon then.
Molasses.
Now molasses makes me think of something more like PX sherry, and I don't want to suggest it's sherry.
Molasses up. Guinness beer tap of molasses.
Now, there are a ton of samples here that we could compare it to later. And normally I pour them beforehand, but I didn't want all of the open smoky whiskies to get in the way. So there's nothing poured.
But the whiskey is not very upfront. That's friendly. Hello, I'm there.
Yes, we're starting to be dulled to it now. But I would like to do a comparison of something like Ardbeg 10 and just be like, does it seem more or less smoky? Hi, Whiskey Throttle.
Is buttery.
Yeah,
Oily.
a little buttery. Okay.
And we got to say about it very slow.
Pretty oily. Let's have a quick look at legs, because they are very slow to form. Whiskey with Molly. Yeah, it is kind of Port Charlotte-y. Don't even see the legs now. Are they there, or did it just go by? Now, normally with a peated whiskey, when we do a lot of water, it kind of ruins it because it can turn it quite plasticine, plastic smoke, which I typically don't like.
Dark ale.
I don't know what you're saying.
The beer dark ale.
Dark ale. Like Guinness, you mean? Oh, I haven't really poured very much. Oh, lovely. Still strong. It's quite strong.
Yeah, just how much water to put?
50% water in that. Actually, a little too strong for me. That's ridiculous.
More urban.
I'm going to go even more. Now, the initial flavour was a rich, malty Weetabix. And it's like a cigar finish. So, not...
No, bubblegum is coming up.
Okay, let me try and find a water level. Now, first sip of the day, so...
That's of English.
Yeah. So plasticine, Weetabix, coming back, same notes over and over again now. Probably young-ish. That slight bubblegum, that slight
Medicinal herbs.
medicinal herbs, slight new makiness about it, maybe?
But they are very good. This flavor is sophisticated. It's beautiful flavors.
Okay, watered down a lot that time.
Very balanced, beautifully integrated.
The smokiness is well integrated into the maltiness, isn't it?
But the bitter herbs.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like it's old. And how could it be if it's that ABV?
Well, I am feeling nice.
I'm not quite sure what to do with water on it. Hang on. I'll just try and do a more reasonable amount of water this time. Jimmy Jazz, big bubbles but kind of flat. When they're really big and they pop like that, it's high ABV compared to, when you have kind of flat 40% compared to kind of flat 66%.
I'm frustrated.
Okay, go on. I'll watch.
After that, not that high, maybe 59.
I'm still going for a watery version. Sounds like Octomore. Watchman 999 could be right.
I had the texture of oily. Now I can feel it. It's beautiful.
Okay. We've talked a lot and there's only 1 minute left, so we're definitely going long on this one, like every other one.
At the finish, that's a
little pepperiness.
Gooey, but the herbs.
Okay, I should have poured this before because this is not peated. Bruichladdich Isle Barley, 50%. Because I was going down that thought of, could this be an Octomore? And I thought, or a Port Charlotte. I thought, let's have a little sip of non-smoky Isle Barley, 50%, just to see if it has any of that kind of base layer. Because we have an Octomore, which is an Isle Barley as well.
There is more Syrian, more of barley. It's possible.
Oh, ignore that. Well, this is better.
Oh yeah, wow, but it's pretty strong.
Yeah. Okay, let me just mix one here because the strength is giving us a bit of a beating. Right, let's try this. Hold it for the next comparison. Where should we go next? Is it on the shelf?
The texture is sort of heavy, thick, viscosity.
What should we put it up against?
It's quite gooey now.
So we need something that's on the shelf, don't we? Are we shooting too high? Okay, what's bottom shelf? What did I bring up? Oh, I know what I was going to try. Lagavulin 19, 53.8%. And obviously smoky, but this is going to be something old smoke. 19%. Sorry, 19 years old. Almost 54%. This was $165 bought at the distillery. Imagine that.
Similar texture. Creamy, oily, the same texture. But similar flavor of Bruichladdich, but the texture is similar to it.
Now the smoke, much more integrated in a richness with this Lagavulin 19. Use the watery one. We go a bit stronger. Okay, a little bit of a harsh edge now. I'm going to say that the lag is better. Okay. It's good, but it suddenly showed itself to be a bit rough compared to that Lagavulin. Where are you thinking on the shelf? Oh, Kilhoman. I did bring that up, didn't I? Kilhoman Sauterne. Only 8 years. Sorry. Oh, it is, yeah. 8 years and 50%. Now, we really loved this one. Gerben, don't you have a Sauterne, Kilhoman? Oh, lovely sweetness.
It's very bitter.
I said lovely sweetness. But you're right. Initially sweet. It rolls bitter, doesn't it, in the second half? So this is better. It is.
It's very alive.
I would
Very
say,
bright.
let's have a look at the picture for a second. Obviously, smoky. Oh yeah, where's my Ardbeg test? But the smoke is really well integrated into this maltiness, and they're little tiny puffs of young, new makey, nicely done, but new makey kind of notes, and a peppery spice at the end, certainly.
The finish is the same as the name roasted with the beak.
Roasted Weetabix. The finish is quite nicely spicy, I thought. In terms of smokiness, because obviously we're thinking we could be in the land of Octomore, renowned for its smokiness. This is Ardbeg 10, and I want to do a direct. How is the smokiness level?
For now, up to now, like a fully 19 with the most
Was more smoky? I thought it was less obviously smoky because it was more integrated. Okay, I think I'll go here first.
I'm sure the finish is good, very sophisticated.
Oh, actually, I love the start.
It's like sugar icy.
Yeah.
At the bit of the sugar icy, then we got licorice. And then
Yeah, licoricey.
and then we got roasted with the beak.
Yeah, there's a lot of really nice things going on. It's like every component is strong and young and bold, but somehow they're also integrated in a nice handoff from one to the next to the next. Ardbeg 10. Obviously, it's not as strong.
And with the finish.
What about the smokiness? Certainly more obviously smoky to me. This seems more on the level of the Lagavulin.
It's very diluted.
Yeah, well, it's only 46%.
Very weak. But it's pretty good though. But after this, base disappears.
We have one from Aaron as well.
We bought the...
This laddie, Valanche, is a Port Charlotte, hand poured from the distillery, 2019. Now this is 63.5%.
The second bottle.
Yeah, there were 2 barrels. It's 63%, so beware. And this one is French wine cask. I'll give you a little look at it. Or do we wait for Deepa's reaction? Let's wait for Deepa.
It's similar in strength.
Yeah.
I like it very, very much.
Okay, this is the one that we are...
It's more on. It's good though.
You can see a little red tint to it. Okay, let me have a go.
It's very good. Oh, it is so good. I think it's more today, very fine today, but so integrated. It's a very, very fine mist. That you cannot ever see the desert of the mist.
It's better. No, not better than the Lagavulin. No.
It is as good as that.
You said it wasn't. I've lost the glass. Not for me. There's a refined balance of that Lagavulin 19, which you only get with the age.
Yeah, but that is more age integrated.
Yeah.
There's a bit ash.
Right. I mean, can it be anything else? Because I just tried that 63 point whatever percent Valanche, and to me the strength seemed the same. And this is an Isle of Barley Octomore 6.3, 5 years old. Well, we've said it's between Kilhoman and Lagavulin. Stop pointing up there. You said it's not better than Lagavulin. Do you want it to be? Would you?
Yeah, it's my arse.
I think. Let's see. Better. Okay, Glendronach last week. You'd rather have this than Glendronach. Up. Okay, let's look past Lagavulin. The Ardmore.
I'm better come down. I actually didn't go up.
Okay, then this one versus. Okay, it's here. It's here, so why not? This is for a top shelf position. 51%, won't be as smoky obviously, but the Longrow Red 13-year Malbec.
It's good.
What am I doing? I'm saying you can move the Lagavulin up, but this isn't going ahead of it. And I would rather have the Longrow Red. Hang on. This isn't going ahead of Longrow Red. It's not going ahead of Lagavulin 19 for me.
Why? Because it's ash.
The harsh edges.
That's fine. That's the only reason. Otherwise, it's ash, a bit of a flavour that it is. The only thing is too ash.
Yeah. Right. Time to decide. It could be Octomore 64%. Actually, I'll put the spreadsheet up at the same time. I'll just talk over. No, that's the chat. Because it's one of these high ones, right? Octomore 6.3. We also have another Octomore.
Only 5 years.
Which is, well, they're all 5 years. We have a 6.1 Octomore also, which is the Scottish barley. But, hang on, what's the ABV of that one? It is an ABV of 57%. We also have Octomore 10-year-old at 56%. And we have a Port Charlotte as well at 58%. The other things that could be in the running are 57% Cladac. Could it even be Ardbeg Corrivrecken, which is also 57.1%. Do you want either of these two?
No.
57.
No.
Now,
I go for this.
I don't think it's the 10-year. 57%. And I don't think it's Port Charlotte because this is also 58%. Which means I don't think it's this one either because this is 57%. It's got to be Octomore.
For me, it's the top shelf.
Hang on, this claims. Hang on.
I like it very
Tell
much.
me which one on the top shelf it's better than.
He was giving me that outlet. I think I covered this.
Not allowed.
A different mood.
Okay, it's Deepa's top shelf.
Oh, that is so good.
258 ppm. Okay. This is the longest I think we've ever taken to get to a reveal.
For me,
Is everyone
it will be
still
the
here?
top 10.
Whiskey 101. Before the reveal, what are you thinking price-wise? Think that if it's an Octomore, it's over 300. It's more than that. I actually looked up on the auction. This sold for £270 at the last auction, making it a $500 bottle now. Now, of course, if you can buy one at retail, it would be more like 300, but the Isle of Barley version is more expensive.
For me, it's the top 10.
Okay.
I want you to add this one.
Oh. We're never going to reveal.
People.
It's a fair comparison, though. 59.2% Ledaig.
Love it.
I think I like it more than Deepa because it's like burnt wine gums. Ledaig 13 Amontillado.
Wow. Oh my gosh. This is way better. Okay, I will put this up in here.
No.
That is so...
Show me where you're putting it.
Yeah, I get back when you want.
Okay, what about Laphroaig 18?
Oh, that is good. Okay, over there.
I'm telling you, it's not.
I can forget it.
It's not going to make it. I'm prepared to move Lagavulin 19 up above Ardmore.
Oh, of course, without any doubt.
And then we can squeeze this in on the last position on the top shelf, if we have to. Right, hang on. The Kilhoman Sauterne was smoky, but not in-your-face smoke, and only 50%.
Okay,
yes, Gerben, that is right. Jimmy Jazz, if an Octomore, it might not fit on the shelf. That's a good point.
For me.
Oh, I think I might have measured it when I set the shelves up to be Octomore compatible. PC is the most social choice. Port Charlotte. Yes, Whiskey 101. ppm is only before distillation. Who knows what happens after that? You are correct. Yes. Here we go. I'm sure you are ready for the reveal. Because I know I am.
When I pick up any beat. That's to do. Okay, carry on, son.
No, let's focus on what Deepa just said. I'm not picking up on any peat.
That's to do.
Explain yourself.
I mean, it's not very often, but now I pick it up. It's part of it. Yes, beat.
I can tell you, when we pour the glass for tasting, you know, we pour it, we go away, we come back an hour later. When we walked into the room, it was as if someone had smoked a cigar in here.
Wow.
Don't say another word until this is revealed. Here we go. Hang on, let's get the Octomore can out of Deepa's face. It is 5 years old, is it? 6 years old. No, hang on. Percent. 64%. It is 5 years old. We paid $290 for it. It is an Isla from Brookladdie, and it is...
Oh, yeah?
Octomore 6.3. Oh.
Because 5 years, it's harsh, but...
So, here's a harsh reminder. $38.8 per year.
It's so good. That's a glass.
Now, the question is it going on the sharing list?
Oh no, but you give it up here.
The problem is it was already on the sharing list, and this is all that's left.
You don't like it that much, all mine.
Hang on, let me have the details. Now, it's not all bad news. We have another one of these at my parents' house.
That's for me.
Which we bought at the auction, and it's been sitting there ever since. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, 2019. $289 we paid back in at the end of 2019. $38.8 per year. Oh, hang on. Quality control. Has the...
There's something in it.
Doesn't matter. It's the same stuff.
Okay.
Has the peat dissipated in any way? Because it's been sitting here for about 2 years on this shelf.
Wow.
I can tell from the tape job it's old and the way I've written the notes.
It's very sophisticated. Oh, that it is. It's worth it. Wow.
Okay, that's a very good whiskey.
Different.
If anything, I thought it was slightly better.
And there's actually more integrated.
It seemed a little...
Softer, more rounded. From the bottom's archer.
You know, these bottles are filled pretty high. Whereas this has had a lot of air for, you know, more than a year. It might have helped it slightly. You said it's very sophisticated.
Yes.
I don't think it's sophisticated. I think this is sophisticated in the way that a young athlete.
Athlete.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's a good point.
Someone with a lot of power that has exquisite control of the power.
Wow!
Like
that's spot on.
No, like high jumpers or something. Pole vault.
What?
Pole vault. Pole vault over the top of the bar.
Oh,
pole vault.
Okay.
Something like that. That it's like admiration of youth as opposed to admiration of the wisdom of old Lagavulin.
Yeah, Lagavulin 19.
This is like the youth that you wished you could have back.
But what is more impressive with that youth? There's so much of today's.
But that's what I'm saying. This is high quality youth.
Oh wow!
That's what I'm saying. It's like someone at the Olympics. I mean, their experience is in their power. Right, getting a little carried away now, aren't I? So over to the chat. Let's get some reality, because who picked it first? Who picked it? Deepa just wants to try more top 10 whiskies. You're right, Whiskey with Molly. On the shelf debate seems like it might turn into a 3-hour live stream. I'm making a coffee. Yes, Whiskey 101. Gerben, I have the Octomore 10-year-old and the smoke was really fabulous. We actually tasted it at the distillery. And, oh, you know, I just remembered. At the distillery at Brookladdy, this was one of the warehouse... I'm not going to do it, and you'll know why in a minute. This was one of the warehouse trips they did. From the barrel, they took the phalanx, filled up the whiskey, and then he took the jug of water and he poured it very slowly down the edge of the glass. I mean, a lot. And when he turned the glass up, you could see all the water sitting at this level, and you could see the oil sitting on the top.
That's very thick.
And then what he's passed it round so that people could sort of just stick a finger in. And when you dipped your finger in, you literally had like a oil coating on your finger where the water had pushed the oil of the Octomore up. And it was Octomore 6.3.
But it's fine.
Hang on.
It was very slow.
Wait a minute.
But that is why it was a very slow.
I have just reminded myself that this...
It is one...
This is
probably over there
from the distillery. This is the distillery drawn from the barrel.
It's a 10.
This is the 10-year version of this whiskey.
I thought about a 3 year ago.
Not just the Octomore 10-year, Gerb. Getting emotional. No, the Octomore 6.3 specifically, aged for another 10 years.
Wow! Happy birthday! But that.
It's... Ooh. Do we have enough of... Let me have your glass. Let's put this in. Right.
I've put a drop of water.
It's fine. Oh, 2 years waiting for this moment.
I put the ABV.
60... Oh, hang on. No, 6.3. We may not know what the ABV is because it came straight out of the barrel. It says second fill bourbon. 10-year. We do not know. Right.
Wow.
Close your eyes.
I give you.
Close your eyes.
More power. It is good. Almost new make. So it might be 10 years.
Tipa likes to presume a lot and ruin her blind tasting for herself.
Wow! Today it's fantastic.
Wrong.
Oh! Okay.
So, it's not top shelf whiskey then? You said new make?
No.
Okay, get me.
But I know about the okay.
The one with the logo is today's.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see if I can talk myself out of it as well. I give it this on the nose. More integrated, I think. Bit of a harsh edge. Good though. Okay, that's harsher. On the palate, I give it this one.
Yeah.
10
years.
The 10-year. So, a little harsh edges.
But
Yeah.
I have to try again. Get a try again.
Right.
I'm not blind about
No, let's do it blind again.
No.
Don't tell yourself what it is while you're blind. Just concentrate on the flavors. Oops.
That's very, very hard.
I'm trying to make them the same level so you can't tell just from how much is in the glass. Okay.
Let me drop a butter. No. Okay. I'm using more time so you get talk.
Okay.
Background.
So you take as much time as you like, but don't say anything.
Yeah, but you talk.
And I will talk.
Oh, perfect.
And you... Oh, hang on. Right, over to the chat. Whiskey with Molly. Oh, first, Rob and Lila. Gotta love Deepa's expressions. Yeah. You watch them now and see if you can figure out which one she likes.
The more integrated smell. But I have to say my...
You're not supposed to be talking. I'm talking.
Okay.
You're taking your time. Whiskey with Molly. I've never had the opportunity to try an Octomore. Are you in the US? Samples could be available. Oh no, they're not available, are they? I take that back. Congratulations and good guess. And fireworks for Whiskey Finn. Oh, Whiskey Finn, did you get it? Whiskey Finn, congratulations. Whiskey Finn, I'm not sure if you know how it works, because I'm not sure that I recognise the name. You just have to give us a shout. Top shelf, bottom shelf, deeper side, fill side, or in the middle, and we'll pick a bottle on your behalf. A Whiskey Finn, there you go. Yeah, got it. Just go for the Port Charlottes instead of Octomores, in my opinion. Shall we have the KK12 next? Oh yeah, you have been around a while, haven't you? Fill side, upper row, the bottle on the far left corner. Upper row, far left. Yeah, that is the one. Great. This is going to be bottle number 237. Whiskey Finn. Have you picked one before, Whiskey Finn, or is this the first pick? Let's catch up with the chat.
Okay, I'm getting to open my eyes. Open up the glass.
Okay.
It's a very interesting experience because...
Hold on. There's a fan's just started. Let me turn it off. Don't want it interrupting. Yeah, go on.
But I first sipped this one. I don't know, I've no idea. But they are. I said, oh, that is better. I liked it more. It was more integrated. It was good. I got annoyed with the finish. And then I tried this. Similar Ex-Bourbon. But the finish is just, finish. It's a bit harsher. Summer. But I like it more.
That's the 10-year.
Oh my god! Oh no! I'm a money different.
You cannot buy this. This only exists at the distillery, and who knows if the barrel is still there because it's 2 years later. So this little sample
is
all yours.
Oh, but why you gonna buy it then anymore?
They never released it.
No.
Released.
Oh my god.
They released the 5-year.
Oh no.
And then at the distillery, they kept a barrel to see how it would age. Now,
did you share with anyone this one?
Deepa, this is all we have.
Oh.
And that's because we drank half of it at the distillery. Now, this, as Gerben said, this is a 10-year Octomore. Now, this ppm is, 167. Which means it didn't come from this batch of Octomore. So it's a different batch, but there is a 10-year Octomore in existence.
So it's actually coming from 6.3.
They made the 6.3. They put it in the barrels. After 5 years, they took the barrels, they put it in the bottles, but they kept a couple of barrels. This came out of those barrels that they kept for an additional 5 years.
It's the same product.
But it's 5 years better later, and it's better because of it.
Yes, but if you're gonna ask it again, I go for this.
Well, maybe you would like the 10-year better.
I don't know if we can use.
Well, it's in here somewhere.
Oh.
So we'll have to save this.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll put it back in.
Okay.
And
after our trip.
Okay, look. We'll just get it over with. We're going to do something like this. And we'll push the others down.
I'm going to save this.
Okay. How long has this show been rolling? Not too bad, 45 minutes. We're at our normal time. Contour, bushcraft. How does the sharing list work? Well, if you're in the US, go into the description, click on the sharing list link. It should take you to a Google page. At the top of it is my email. Send me an email and you can look at what's on the sharing list. And we can talk. Thanks, Tim. You had answered. Right. Donapass. The Whiskey World had an Octomore 10-year 4th release for $210. That's not too bad. Okay, it's a while back though. I was tempted to pull the trigger, but it's long gone. Yeah. Whiskey with Molly. Oh, you're in Edinburgh. Well, good. Sandy McDonald. I tasted an Octomore at the distillery and loved it, but the price for a 5-year-old I consider too much. It is the most expensive whiskey per year that we've got. And I say that with Brora in mind because, let me just double check that, but I think the Brora was cheaper. Now, the Brora is a 38-year-old, but it is a $2,200 whiskey, something like that. And if I look at my spreadsheet here, Brora, where is it? Brora 38 works out at, where's my dollar per year? Oh, hang on. No, it's more. Brora is the most expensive. $44.1 per year for the Brora.
Yeah, I prefer Brora. It's a bit harsh at the end.
But you can see though that we're talking about, I'm just looking to see if there's anything else even remotely close. Westland Gariana.
What was it again?
Westland Gariana was a 3-year-old whiskey which worked out at $39 per year. This is normalized down to 40% ABV as well. The Octomore, 38. Oh, the one that's in Scotland was a bit cheaper, 32. The next one, Yamazaki, 18. Yeah, that's up there.
That's so good.
Then another Octomore, Hibiki, 21. Annandale Man of Words, another young 6-year-old whiskey, works out at 26 per year. Another Octomore. Yeah, okay. So the top slots are well dominated by Octomores, obviously. Right, we seem to be neglecting the bottle for next week.
Ooh, what is this?
Whiskey Finn. I haven't really written the number very well. My first lucky pick, Whiskey Finn. Good for you. 1, 3, 7. Is it Kilkerran 12 or is it the bourbon? Not a bourbon, the bourbon, because there's only one left. Derek Hughes, I was watching some of your older videos. Oh yeah, I saw the one from Trentham Gardens near Stoke. I used to live in Stoke and unfortunately never made it. I now live in Lincoln, not far from Sacramento. Oh, hang on. Lincoln, Sacramento. That's funny.
I've never heard of it.
So you're in California as well? Yeah, we have friends in Stoke-on-Trent, so we always visit them when we're back. Yes, no V-pub. You're right. That's why I'm kind of rolling on here.
Oh, it's a pub, Roy. Oops.
No, because it's Sunday. Oh no, that's right. Roy is on. It's a Patreon only, I think.
Okay, you better say goodbye.
I forgot about that.
And how many minutes?
I think it's already started. Let's see. Right, on with the pouring. Let's see. What are we going to get? Surely...
I was not bourbon.
Oh, that could be a bourbon. 64% is the highest percentage whiskey that we have tasted, I think. So we've set a new record in some kind of way.
No, it's not bourbon.
It's not bourbon and it's not top shelf,
So
apparently.
go straight, go off.
Because it has to be Octomore now. It can go straight off the shelf.
A mini, go off to another destroy shop. You can go on. It is good. Yeah,
we have to reset because we're back down in the, let me say,
I finished.
Glendronach Parliament 21 type of a whiskey. Right. Have we had enough fun?
I'm very, very happy with this. It's worth it. But the butter, old butter, that goes the pub. I tried one. I thought that's good enough.
You can't get it. Right, let's wrap up the show. Any last... Where are they in Stoke? Right in the middle. Town centre. Okay, we've had a lot of fun. Hopefully you've had a lot of fun. I do want to say, before we go, world events, not so much fun at the moment. I know,
But enough fun.
world events.
Oh yeah, that's very sad.
We come here to have fun with whiskey, but let's just... What is this? Octomore. Let's just...
Fun. Same.
Doesn't matter what it is.
It doesn't matter to me.
Deepa, I'm trying to be serious. You're just obsessed with Octomore. Let's just think for a minute about people not having such a fun day and wish them well anywhere in the world and hope their day gets better and back to normal soon. Cheers all.